Hi, Ian Newton here again, and welcome to this part of the program. Now, the simplest, easiest, cheapest, and one of the most effective things you can ever do for your well-being is breathing. Now, of course, we all breathe. It's part of our autonomic nervous system. If we didn't breathe, well, you know what happens. But we can intentionally breathe and we can control our breath. It's one of the few things in our body that is simple and that anybody with no training at all can change. We've all seen a child hold their breath in order to get a treat or something like that. And they control that until a part of their brain kicks in and makes them start breathing again. So the simple breathing we're going to look at is box breathing. There are lots of types of breathing you can look at further down on the page, and they're all really valid, and some may appeal to you more than others. What we do know is that if you do about 10 deep breaths of this kind or any of the kinds of breathing, you'll feel more relaxed. If you do 20 to 30, you can start changing the pH of your blood. You can actually make your blood more alkaline. It's a very valuable thing to do. And you actually store oxygen. One of the party tricks is to do 30 deep breaths and then jump down and do push-ups holding your breath. You can actually do more push-ups at a breath hold than normally. And it looks really impressive. All you've done is actually load your tissues with lots of oxygen. It works. I've tried it. It's kind of fun. So we're going to do box breathing. So you can do this with me. So breathe out. Now we're going to breathe into the count of 4. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a couple of things. That's the cycle. In for count of 4, hold for count of 4, out for the count of 4. It doesn't have to be precise. The other thing to do is notice how you're breathing in. In like class or seminar situations, when I've had people take deep breaths, what I see is raising of the shoulders, puffing out of the chest, and actually not taking in much air. What we want to do is breathe into the diaphragm. So we'd be breathing in with a small amount of movement in the chest and shoulders, but diaphragm expansion. That means we're getting the air to the bottom. Now your lungs aren't just two big balloons. They have all these chambers. So you've literally got to drive the air down to fill all the chambers. And this is what we want to do. So you'll be counting in 4, hold 4, out 4. You relax for a moment and just do the cycle again. Do this 10 times at least. Do it a few times a day, and why not? It's relaxing. Deep breathing activates a part of your brain that causes the relaxation response. So it's something very important. So if you're very stressed, take a few deep breaths. Everyone's heard the saying, just take a few deep breaths and relax. It's because it works. It actually works. Now there's a couple other things you can do for relaxation. One is if you're feeling really anxious, is to just stop what you're doing and just breathe normally, but just notice your breath. Bring your attention to the rise and fall of your breath. And soon you'll find the breath calming and slowing. Now you can do that in an unintentional way of just being an observer, or you can do it intentionally. Say, for example, you're feeling really agitated or angry or upset. You might start breathing. There might be hand movements. You might be swinging your arms around. And then you start to move your body and slow your body down and make the movement smaller and smaller. And your breath gets deeper and more relaxed. And you bring yourself down to a point of relaxation. This is very, very effective, particularly if you know you're about to do something that's causing some anxiety. You can go the other way. You might be feeling flat as a tack and you get up and go, I can barely breathe. And you start taking deeper breaths and bigger and faster and more expansive hand movements, and soon you've elevated your breath. All you've done is pump some more oxygen into your system, but you've also made a mental decision to be more active, and that's where the real gain comes from. So breathe, use this breathing. It's fantastic. And if you're thinking about foods, or if you're feeling like you're craving for something, do some deep breathing. See how that works for you. It can be very effective. Thank you, I'm Ian Newton. I look forward to seeing you on another video.